Unit 3, Lesson 6, Example number 2, we are going to apply the translation of vector using vector mn to pentagon ABCDE to create its image A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, E prime. So our first step again for all of these, what we're going to do to each point is to measure the length of the vector. Okay, there's my length, and I'm going to transfer it to a pre-image point, in this case point A, and I'm going to make an arc of that vector length. And again, I'm going to just apply mine to all of the points for ease. You might want to do yours individually, point by point, so that you can keep track of your arcs. Again, it's going to get a little messy because you do not have the ability to color code your arcs. I mean, you could label them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that you know which point you are working with, or which arc you're working with. But again, it might be easier for you to go point by point. For me, using the smartboard tools available, it is not easier for me to go point by point. Oh, I already did purple. So let's choose orange. Okay, so what I did in each of these steps is I just applied the length of the vector. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I've applied the length of the vector to each pre-image point. I'm going to put my compass point on A. That's the one I did first. I'm going to open my compass so that it reaches the tail. Compass point, pencil point on A, compass point on the tail of the vector. Because again, I want my pencil to intersect that arc, so my compass needs to be the other way. And all I'm going to do is slide the compass from the tail of the vector to the head of the vector, and I'm going to make an arc. Remember, if your arc does not intersect your previous arc, then something wrong has happened. And so that is where A prime will go. Oh, where did it go? So there's A prime. And again, we'll repeat this process for each point. So blue is probably E. I measure, put my compass, my pencil on the image point, compass on the tail, slide up to the head of the vector, make an arc. There is E prime. Compass point on D, pencil on D, compass point on M, slide to the head of the vector N, or where the vector is heading, make an arc. There's D prime. And again, I'm going to repeat the same steps for B and C. Pencil point on the pre-image, compass point on the tail of the vector, slide to the head of the vector, make an arc, and we'll put our prime. And I'm going to repeat the same steps for C. So pencil on C, compass point on M, slide up to N. So notice I did not make my first arc long enough. That is not the right color. There's the purple. To intersect, so I'm going to have to make that first vector measurement a little bit longer, because again, I need two things to intersect to get a point. So I've measured the arc a little bit, made it a little longer. There's C prime. And again, I should connect my points in the same way that they are connected in the original figure. A, E, D, D to C, C to B, B to A. Again, you should use your ruler for this. They should look congruent. I freehanded mine, so they do not. But again, you connect them using the ruler.